Welcome back to a new casted game. This is a platinum cast game. Here in the north we have Bozzdhiaa playing as the Byzantines in the color purple. Here in the south we have Savane playing as the Japanese in the color yellow. My name is Trui and with me today is Nim.
Hello everyone.
Howdy.
I'm curious as to why Byzantines is scouting the back of their base first.
Oh, by the way, we're on cliffside.
We are on cliffside. Yeah, I was about to take a look at Byzantine, see if they start out with that early cistern. And it's what a great cistern is. Good placement, like excellent placement of this cistern. You're gonna cover that gold, gonna cover that the berries, gonna cover the town center, gonna cover that wood. Excellent location for that first cistern. And remember, like the level 1 cistern already provides you with, I think it's a 10%, 10% increased gathering rate of all the thing. And it's making that first house all the way on the outside of his base, because remember, at some point you probably want to get border settlements in, and that's it's gonna increase the line of sight for this house by quite a bit. So you don't want to keep them underneath your town center. You want to get them on the outskirts of your base, because they will just help like you keep your base
outpost, safe. But then without being able to go into them.
Yeah, exactly. They're just no stone gathering shenanigans for the Japanese here. They are out on berries already. I do like seeing that first house came down on the berries, because remember, for the Japanese, the farmhouses and a mill, like the house and the mill, are basically one thing.
Yeah,
so you always just want to make your houses next to food.
Are they also having 10 people that can fit into it, or 5, like the Malians?
In a house?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, the pop count. Yeah, no,
yes.
It's just 10. It's 10.
I mean, probably if you push them real hard, more than 10 will fit in.
Yeah, Bozzdhiaa actually picking up a lot of sheep. I'm not sure if no, okay. Savane
really
must have returned
off.
with some sheep already. But it's weird to me that Bozzdhiaa was here first, considering I thought I saw Savane heading out there earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a look here. He was there. Okay. How about they also scouted the back of their base first?
Yeah, and then went from where. But like the sheep are mostly in the middle of this map, right?
I feel like they're always like close to the cliff and then into the corners of the cliffs. Is where I feel. I haven't really checked that yet, but I feel like that's where they are. Already starting with that first olive grove. This is something that I've seen a lot of Byzantine players do, getting that early olive oil in. Which means that probably the first building after they've aged up is going to be that
mercenary house.
That mercenary house. And let's see, like, we're up against the Japanese. What will we like against the Japanese? I'm thinking, yeah, but you can't get that out of the mercenary house, right? So you have the option of a Keshik, a javelin thrower, or a longbowman.
Longbowman, definitely not.
I think I would pick the longbowman.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
That will be my choice.
I hate it when I'm English and there's like samurai.
Cora Storehouse coming up for Savane is actually putting it right up against the
wood line.
The wood line, because
actually
it does count as a drop off location for any sort of a resource. It doesn't matter whether that's food, gold, or wood. So you can save yourself on an early lumber mill, and you can still get the tech for it, like the double products, inside the core storehouse.
Oh, nice.
It's a little interesting, because like usually your techs are at the top here, right? But there are so many techs in the core storehouse that some of them are like down here, which means that double products is here.
Oh.
And that is the S key
for
hockey.
Oh,
and
I know what you were referring to.
And this once was a bit of a problem, because I heard the Egypt sound. I heard it.
Yeah.
I streamed it. I didn't imagine it.
I saw it.
And I pressed S because I heard it come up, but it canceled the core storehouse when it was almost done. So keep that in mind. Give it a little second. Don't be greedy like I am and really try and queue that up.
Yeah.
Because you can't trust this game, apparently.
Just keep going. I'm just gonna turn your mic a little bit down.
I've listened to one of her videos. I'm so much louder
Yeah, but
than
you
you
screamed
are.
the whole time.
I'm not...
You're like this the whole time. So I mean, like, maybe I should turn you down just a little bit.
Don't turn me down.
But what do you mean?
I love being with you.
Yeah, but you screamed the whole time. And I just hear your mic being super loud because you're screaming. I like, my mic is like 20 decibels louder than yours. Because you're screaming. You're literally screaming. Like, I can see mine is hitting like -10 the whole time, and yours is -5. Because
Oh, I do like this. So, they went with Dialecticus for, the buff here on the Cistern to get the little wheelbarrow in a bit faster than it would otherwise have been. Oh, we're actually going for Expilatores, the upgrade for the horsemen that allows them to do more damage to villagers and get a little bit of gold out of them. It's going to be 2 stables for the Byzantines already. Both of these are in the influence range of the Cistern there for some faster...
resource speed.
Not research. Now
production
it's
speed.
Production speed. And for the Japanese, it's gonna be the barracks. This is their bread and butter, right? They love creating the infantry units. They love just making a mass of Anabageisha, spearmen, and samurai.
They do have samurai and horsemen as well, right?
So we thought we were getting an early mercenary house, but it's gonna be the 3rd building up. Already stacked up quite a bit of olive oil here. Is obviously getting more in from the berries right now. All the berries being picked up generates extra olive oil. So looking forward to seeing what how the Byzantines are going to approach this, because I feel like they want to be on the aggressive with this kind of production that they've got up already. As always, like on Cliffside, one of the things you kind of want to do if you can get it down, right, is just like make like take control of the
wall the other
center.
side out.
Yeah, take control of the center.
Don't wall on your own side. Wall on the other side, right? Wall
Yeah.
the other person out, not yourself in.
And I'm wondering, like, if you come down onto the Japanese base here, they have the gold all the way in the back of the base, right?
Great.
I think this is probably the best part to raid, right? Because you can't stop this. You cannot
No.
stop this food economy, right? These
Oh, there
farms
they
are
go.
safe.
There they go.
There is an outpost out. We'll see how fast Savannah can react to this. Not fast enough, apparently.
No, but also... Oh, that's 1 villager kill, plus 20 gold. Oh, what was that? That was a little bit of lag or something. Oh, that villager is gonna get killed.
And he's going to go the long way around. That means he's going to go down as well. That's 2 villager kills. Wait, 3 villager kills.
Gee, where's the third one?
I think that... Okay, yeah, one of them like died as they tried to enter
there
the...
was a little bit of lag there, I think.
Yeah, as they tried to enter the outpost. It's because of the exploratories research for sure. Just a single scout coming over here. Bozzdhiaa recognizing, yeah, that scout is not actually a problem. Second barracks coming up here. Needs to garrison the town center right away.
The villager needs to run though, because,
needs to garrison the town center right away to punish Bozzdhiaa for bringing his horsemen in so very, very far. Is actually running his horsemen through the
that one is gonna die.
under all the archers here. Floating gate coming up for the Japanese. He's gonna go castle right now, and right after that, we're probably gonna see a mix of samurai on a Anabageisha and maybe some spearmen, depending on if he feels that he really needs to head into those. It's gonna be the Silk Robe mercenary contract, so it's gonna be javelin throwers that he has access to. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I feel like I agree with this. Because the Western mercenary contract, and this is why I thought he would go for longbows, right?
Yeah.
Even if you are up against longbows early on, right?
Yeah.
You have a great defensive capability with those longbows. Sorry, if he brings in samurai early on, right? Early samurai. Your longbowmen still do good damage because they do more damage than a normal archer would. Yeah, and you can keep them safe underneath your TC. They do not have the enemy samurai. They do not have a lot of ranged armor yet.
Oh, yeah.
This is why I feel like the Western mercenary contract would have been the better choice. Besides that, if they do decide to go for that that terrible like death ball of melee units, right? Samurai, Alabagacia, Spearman, right? Then with the Western Mercenary contract, you have access to some Landsknecht.
And Landsknecht is very, very good because it has a lot of armor.
Yeah, then with your Varangian guards, or with another frontline unit like a Cataphract maybe, right? You can mix those in with your Landsknecht and actually do
Have a front line.
actually perform very, very well. Kind of like break the strength of the Japanese melee death ball.
Yeah, so you just want to use them as meat shield.
If you can. the Landsknecht are not the meat shield. They're the damage dealers, right? You need to keep those alive.
Oh yeah. Okay.
They're
And
not
that-
meat shields. They don't have quite as much health.
Okay.
They just... do you know how Landsknecht works?
No.
So they do area of effect damage. They hit multiple units and they do a lot of damage on top of that.
They're a bit like Jean then, her ability where she swings.
Yeah, but constantly. They always like just do damage multiple units, right? And like if you have running a melee composition, right? You cannot spread out your units while they're fighting.
No.
It doesn't work like that.
Another raid coming in on that gold right now. But there's Spearman right now, so it's gonna be a lot harder to raid that.
Yeah, I am liking the constant raids from the Byzantines, keeping the Japanese on their toes. But that Shinto priest should be out grabbing relics right now. The first Yorishiro came down into the stables, which
Nice.
I don't know if that's what we
Could have been on the
want.
forge as well, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not sure why you put it on the stables, because he's not really doing anything with the stables.
Yeah, if you're pumping, then that's great.
If you're pumping like mounted samurai here, that's fine. Second Shinto priest out already. Maybe put this one into the forge, but really does need to start picking up some relics, right?
Your castle age, like these are free religious units. So if they die, even because you don't have map control, it's not as big of a deal as with other factions, right?
Yeah, wheelbarrow for the Japanese, second level of wheelbarrow for the Japanese.
Takayaiku.
And the extra melee damage
Izukuri.
for Japanese. These won't show
Still
up
learning.
like such in here, but just trust us, like they're in. They're
Yeah.
good.
It's annoying that they don't like show it there. They should like just change the icon in there and then show it anyway, you know?
Yeah.
Like change the wheelbarrow icon.
See,
and
like
then
these
show it.
javelin throwers perform well, but the lumberman would have performed better.
Yeah, I mean the longbowman would have also annihilated Spearman.
Yeah, I
Oh,
keep
and then they come-
having to tell you
the Spearmen
this.
are not in place. The Spearmen are too far away. And there's too many villagers here. The villagers are gonna try it themselves. They're like, you know, we're waiting for the Spearmen. In the meanwhile, we're just gonna fist fight. It's fine.
I keep having to tell you this, but annihilated is not a word.
Annihilated.
You completely make that up.
Denied and annihilated.
I love the
Creativity?
portmanteau here, but it's
I'm just
not a
really
word.
creative. That's it.
Yeah, that first relic is safely in the base of the Japanese now. I'm guessing the other
That
Shinto priest should be out.
should be going somewhere. It doesn't have a relic in its hand yet, but it's going somewhere. It's harder to see with
I was
yellow.
No,
No,
that's
it's
the Anabagacia. I'm not sure where they are. They're going very, very heavy onto that gold. Let's take a look at the Inca per minute here. Golden Horn Tower for our Byzantine player, hopefully safely underneath a...
Pretty sure he's walking right here.
Oh yeah, you're right. Safely underneath that cistern. We're already on level 3 cisterns. A lot of olive
4.
groves coming down here. Would love to see some more like being situated right around the Grand Winery. I realize that it's a little bit...
It's a bit of a
Pardon me.
forward.
It's a little bit forward. But that's you can't pick that, right? You put it wherever your berries spawn.
Yeah. Yeah. And if the berries spawn forward, that's sad.
Yeah, Bozzdhiaa heading back with his units. Probably not looking to fight right now. He's getting into castle. It's going to be an extra melee damage again for the Japanese player and hardened samurai. And I feel like I don't know what this table is for. Honestly, I'm not feeling this so much.
It's in Hiroshima, is it called, right? No?
Yoroshiro.
Hiroshima. Oh, that's a city.
Yeah, it's a city.
A friend of us is gonna visit that. He's gonna see all what happened there. I mean, we're gonna go to Japan, but we're not gonna visit that. We're gonna visit Tokyo and Osaka and Kyoto. I'm trying to learn Japanese, but I'm not. As you might have noticed, I'm not that good with languages. I've been studying English since I was 12, and this is how far I've come. So, Nim has been studying English a tiny bit longer, but you know, he's also a tiny bit better.
Yeah, I'm actually loving the base building from the Byzantines here. It's honestly, it's really good. I'm working on that 5th cistern over here.
Ooh, I love how they actually demolishing this building. So
they're annihilating the relics.
Relics, yep. No, annihilating is only if you annihilate.
Am I
something.
using it wrong?
Yeah, you need to annihilate something.
Okay, I can't use it for
denying and annihilating.
I
And
feel
that is
like
annihilating.
Okay.
It needs to deny something and annihilate.
Yeah, actually not doing that well in this fight, I think, because he frankly just doesn't have any real counter units, right? And this is why I was thinking.
That's like a TikTok thing to say.
Don't go for the Silk Road. Don't go for Eastern. This is why you wanted Western. Eastern would have still been better than Silk Road, I think, because at least then you would have had.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
The Gulams.
Like people on TikTok do that all the time, and this is why. And then they start the video over. Oh, this is why you should have gone for.
He was queuing up Odachi and then canceled it.
Oh, bye Odachi. Goodbye. One relic. Wait, did he grab the relic from? Oh no, wait, that was still on the ground right now. One relic is being picked up by the Byzantine player right now. 2 of them in the base of the Japanese player. One is being held.
I am concerned for the Byzantines here because, like, as good as their base building is, as good as their macro seems to be. I mean, you know, kind of overcommitting on food right now, but I suppose it's also because you get olive oil out of it, right? As good as all of that is going, there's mangonel emplacement
they
gonna.
Click the bell.
There we go.
Oh, boom! Mangonel emplacements!
Now remember, it doesn't actually, while it's a mangonel emplacement, if these were ranged units, they wouldn't do extra damage. It's not a mangonel. It doesn't do extra damage versus any type. But that mangonel emplacement does come in clutch, to be honest.
But it does hurt. It does hurt quite a bit.
Yeah, it's a good thing that Bozzdhiaa's early raids were so effective because
I would love to see a wall though. Like if we wall either here, or here for this player, these farms are going to be a lot more safe.
Yeah, I think we said it right at the start, right? Like controlling the center here is really nice. Gives you a little bit more time with things.
Yeah, but because I don't have map control, I'm not sure if that's realistic to wall all the way there right now. So that's what I'm saying, like, an early wall might already help.
And still continuing to push out horsemen and javelin throwers, and it's just not it. It's just not it. I don't like this.
In the meanwhile, the monastery has been rebuilt for Savane. And they actually gathered a 3rd relic, so they have 3 relics in total instead of the 2 that they had before. Yeah, there it is. 3 relics. There should be, there's one more on the map. And one in the hands of the Byzantine players, but it's literally just being held. I'm guessing that, yeah, it's in the base right now. It's walking right here. Veteran contract.
Yeah, it means it does mean that these javelin throwers are still just like normal javelin throwers. I think they could be upgraded if you if you grab the veteran contract here. So
definitely.
I don't I'm not liking the composition from the Byzantines. I think it's their main problem right now because like they've got a great economy, they're just not winning fights.
Yeah, that relic is gone. Plus, there is also, well, it's being protected as
Yeah,
well.
relic came down into the Grand Winery, meaning that it's going to be used to generate extra olive oil instead of extra gold.
That's a pretty cool feature. Not sure if they want it right now, but
Like, I don't mind the horsemen, right? I think the horsemen are a fine choice, but the javelin throwers. And so for if he upgrades the contract, for the record, he will have access to camel riders, meaning that some of the units coming out of the Golden Horde Tower would also be camel riders. So maybe that's why he's not upgrading it. But I'm just not loving the composition, right? I feel like every fight is not really going their way.
no. Those mangonel towers though are doing work. Maybe not like a couple more because they're really helping out with the defense. Like, look at that. Like, the only reason they actually have to fall back is those mangonel towers. That's literally the sole reason they have to
And
walk back right now.
suddenly we're queuing up 14 Varangian guards out of nowhere. Are we? They're not all coming out of the same barracks, so that's good. That's good. I'm very happy with that. Actually got some hardened Limitani in here as well. It's time to finally have some sort of a front line.
Woo!
I do like this. This is looking a lot better. It's a much better choice, I think, than the horsemen. Again, the horsemen do okay especially if you're in feudal, right, and you're up against like early men at arms, or like early samurai, stuff like that. Then it's fine to go for the horsemen because they're the best unit for the job at that time. If you don't have anything else. Right, you don't have your crossbowmen because you're not in council yet, but it's not a real answer, right? And the Varangian Guard are a real answer. Still, I would have loved to see those Vonskak coming in. It's a bit of a bit of anticipation, right? On like you know that you can expect it. That's a naked ram going in with a trebuchet behind it. I think that's just gonna get killed by the horseman over there, already rushing out towards it. I'm loving the raids from Bozzdhiaa in the back here. Their army's a lot slower because the cataphract is in here, though. Just that single cataphract, like making this entire army a lot slower.
Oh, and it's gonna go for a trap, and the trap is gonna
goes down.
Annihilated.
It's that trap is completely annihilated. Keep coming up on the front, exactly where they keep pushing from.
Yeah,
needs to repair the Grand Winery though. Just put a single villager on that because you don't want to lose out on that later.
Yeah, it doesn't need to go fast, but it needs to be happening.
There is a wall on the west side for Savane for the Japanese.
And now the Byzantine player is winning map control. They should be starting to wall this middle of.
I'm not sure why Savane is losing this. I think it's mostly a problem with their macro. Again, like the Byzantine economy is incredibly strong, right?
Yep.
But just needs to be pumping out more and more units. Honestly.
Yeah, now they just have a complete amount of military brain. Come on.
It's
military advantage.
Yeah, it's because the raids for the Byzantines have been very, very effective, right? They keep finding villages out on resources and killing them, and I suppose that's why the Japanese player has decided to go for these walls. They do really need them. Again, I think the horsemen were the right choice, especially early on, right? I still don't know how to feel about the choice of the javelin throws, but we'll just leave it at that right now. I just feel like the longbowmen would have done just as well with whatever they were fighting, if not better sometimes, right? Because you're heavy on the horsemen, they're gonna probably get some spearmen. The longbowmen counter the spearmen, but the javelin throwers do not, right? And again, yeah, maybe the javelin throwers do a tiny little bit better against a samurai, but the Landsknecht would do a lot better against them. Going
Yeah.
for the Daimyo Palace here, so it's going to boost up all the farms around the town center here. Some of these farmhouses are kind of really in the way.
Yeah.
This is not even where their berries were, right? Because those were up here, I think.
Yeah, I think they just built them like randomly like that.
That's a bit of a shame, because like that's prime real estate for your...
The Japanese player hasn't been making any units in the meanwhile, knowing that they've lost their army. Meaning that they only have 15 units, and now the villagers are actually the ones that need to do damage from the town center, and this is not a good spot to
If
be
you don't
in.
have the farming economy to back this up, at least like have made a mangonel right to deal with the huge mass of javelin throwers, because that's 30 plus javelin throwers.
Yeah, that's gonna be a big problem.
As soon as this Daimyo Palace comes up, though, is it up? Oh, sorry, it's not Shogunate Castle yet. Sorry. It would have had the rockets coming out here, which do huge damage against infantry.
Yeah, and they're kind of surrounded right now.
Varangians on the west. Where are the villages from? Our Japanese player, he's trying to migrate them over to the berries on the far side.
Trying to hide them a little bit.
Yeah, some of the villagers still working on the wood line over there, but this is not looking.
Trying to do a wall a little bit.
This is not looking good for the Japanese player, but I feel like it comes down to them just not committing. Like it was Miss Macro. We were on 3k gold the entire time.
Yeah, and that's it. Congratulations to the Byzantine player for winning. If you want to see some more Age of Empires, make sure to click on one of these playlists or videos, and make sure to subscribe to not miss any of the Age of Empires content.